shows some mortality. Look at this. Holloway just told him, stand right here. Oh, big connection late. That'll do it. With 1 second to go. Gaethje face first on the canvas. Holloway wins the BMF title.
As we move through 2024, it's clear that this year has already delivered some of the most memorable and explosive finishes in UFC history. From jaw-dropping knockouts to intense battles that have kept fans on the edge of their seats, the Octagon has been home to some incredible moments. In this breakdown, we'll take a deep dive into the top finishes so far, bringing you a detailed look at the fighters who made these moments happen, the context behind each bout, and what these outcomes mean for the future of MMA. Dustin Poirier has always been a name synonymous with resilience and power in the UFC. Known for his relentless pace and sharp boxing, Poirier has continued to evolve as a fighter, refining his skills and adding new layers to his game. This year, he once again showed why he's considered one of the top fighters in the lightweight division.
Joe, in 16 hours' time, this man is going to learn that if you disrespect a person's kindness and take it as a weakness, you must pay.
In his latest bout, Poirier took on an opponent who was outside the top 10, a risky move for a fighter of his caliber. However, Poirier isn't one to shy away from a challenge, and he entered the Octagon with the same ferocity that has defined his career. From the opening bell, it was clear that Poirier was on a mission. His opponent, while game, was simply outclassed. Poirier's boxing was crisp, his combinations were fluid, and he never gave his opponent a moment to breathe. The finish came in the second round, a testament to Poirier's ability to stay patient and wait for the right moment to strike. After landing a series of heavy shots, Poirier saw an opening and pounced, delivering a knockout blow that left his opponent crumpled on the canvas. It was a vintage performance from Poirier, one that reminded everyone why he's still a force to be reckoned with in the division.
I knew I'm capable of anything. I knew I could climb my way back there to another title shot, to an opportunity to put my hands up and say I'm the best in the world, undisputed. But I just was unsure if I was willing to walk that road again because, you know, I've done it over and over again and it's a tough path.
But beyond the immediate impact of this win, there's a larger narrative at play. Poirier has consistently faced and defeated some of the toughest fighters in the world, and his willingness to take on all comers speaks volumes about his character and commitment to the sport. As he continues to build his legacy, performances like this will only solidify his place among the all-time greats in MMA. When we talk about pure power in the UFC, one name that's becoming increasingly hard to ignore is Bruno Silva. Silva has been on a tear in 2024, delivering knockout after knockout and leaving a trail of battered opponents in his wake. His latest performance was no different, as he once again proved that he's one of the most dangerous fighters in the middleweight division.
Very calculated in his approach, and then he comes out in the second round and switches things up with this front kick right up the middle, sends Tyson Nam to the floor. He follows up, vicious ground and pound. It's not there that he gets the finish though. Tyson Nam trying desperately to get up, snatches that neck, no hooks in, starts with the choke, and Tyson Nam doing everything right, trying to fight the hands, but the grip too tight, too strong. Bruno Silva, someone to really keep an eye on.
The fight itself was a showcase of Silva's raw strength and unrelenting aggression. From the opening moments, it was clear that Silva was looking for the knockout, and he didn't have to wait long to find it. His opponent, though skilled, was simply overmatched by Silva's power. Every punch Silva threw had bad intentions, and it wasn't long before one of them connected in a way that left no doubt about the outcome. The knockout was brutal and decisive. A single punch that sent his opponent crashing to the mat, unable to continue. The referee didn't hesitate to step in, and the fight was over just like that. Silva's celebration was as explosive as his performance, a display of emotion that showed just how much this win meant to him.
He's wanted to know what happens when Holloway gets in the Poirier. Well, now we're going to find out. I can't wait for this fight. I think this is really going to elevate one of these guys to all-time great.
One of the most exciting stories in MMA this year has been the rise of Ilia Topuria. The 27-year-old Spaniard has been making waves in the featherweight division, and his latest performance only solidified his status as one of the sport's brightest young stars. Topuria's fight was highly anticipated, and he did not disappoint. From the outset, it was clear that he was the more polished and composed fighter. His striking was on point, his movement was fluid, and he showed a level of maturity that belied his relatively young age. But what really stood out was his ability to finish the fight when the opportunity presented itself.
From the Josh Emmett fight, what he did to Bryce Mitchell, and then going in and beating Volkanovski the way they did. This guy has absolutely zero holes in his game. He's got game-changing power in his hands. He's got an incredible jiu-jitsu game. He can wrestle. He drinks wine to cut weight. Everything about him is great. And then Max Holloway, the perennial.
In the second round, Topuria landed a series of strikes that staggered his opponent. Sensing blood, he moved in for the kill, landing a final blow that sent his opponent to the canvas. The referee quickly stepped in to stop the fight, and Topuria was declared the winner by knockout. This win was significant for a number of reasons. First and foremost, it demonstrated that Topuria is not just a prospect. He's a legitimate contender in the featherweight division. His ability to finish fights, combined with his technical skill, makes him a dangerous opponent for anyone in the weight class. But beyond that, it showed that Topuria has the mental toughness and composure needed to succeed at the highest level of the sport. As Topuria continues to develop, it's clear that he has all the tools to become a champion. He's already shown that he can compete with and defeat top-level competition. And with each fight, he's only getting better. For fans of MMA, watching Topuria's rise has been a thrilling experience, and there's no doubt that the best is yet to come.
Robelis to Spain. This fight has already lasted longer than his previous two. He's in red, Josh Parisian in green.
He's so low.
Big right hand for Robelis. One and done. Robelis to Spain has arrived.
Josh Parisian's fight in 2024 was a showcase of the unpredictability and sheer intensity that makes MMA such a captivating sport. Facing a formidable opponent, Parisian entered the fight with the knowledge that he needed to make a statement. What followed was one of the most dramatic finishes of the year. From the start, the fight was a back-and-forth battle, with both fighters landing significant strikes. Parisian's opponent was no pushover, displaying solid striking and a tough chin. However, Parisian remained patient, biding his time and waiting for the right moment to strike. That moment came in the second round. After weathering a flurry of attacks, Parisian saw an opening and unleashed a devastating right hand that connected flush with his opponent's jaw. The impact was immediate, sending his opponent crashing to the canvas in a heap. The crowd erupted as the referee waved off the fight, and Parisian had his hand raised in victory. As we move forward, there's no doubt that there will be even more incredible moments to come, and we can't wait to see what the rest of the year has in store.